Hey everybody, this is Frilioth and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft on the AlphaCraft server. Back on the Iron Alpha 2 today, and as you can see we've got a fair few villagers knocking about. I only need another 9. There are 3 over there. I need another 9 for the rest of this layer, and we've got more than 9 in here, so I'm going to try and segregate them a little bit, which is not going to be easy. I've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So if I try and segregate out 9 of them, actually, I'll segregate it off in the middle, and then I can worry about the rest of them in a second. If I segregate it off just there, how many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 8? That might be 8. So if I segregate it off here and then I start sticking some beds and everything in those pods, when it gets dark, these guys should wander off and find somewhere to stay. Now I should, if I do this properly, I should be able to break this and crouch underneath, and these guys won't be able to do that, will you? Look at that, so I can get out and you can't. Ha ha! Just if only you could do that. If only. Hey, right. So I've already put a block over here, which blocks in that zombie, so they shouldn't be able to see that zombie there. So we want some beds, a couple of beds here. Couple of beds there. They can get in there. That's good. I'm still going to have to get in and put some workstations down. Actually, I'll do that while I'm here. The problem with putting workstations down first is, well, there's a problem. Actually, I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do it. I'll do it later. I'll do it from the top, because if I put workstations down there now and then they could associate themselves with a workstation, but they might be sleeping in a different bed, and that would be bad. And I don't want that. There, and there. Oh, Bismate. Oh, Bismate. I didn't tell anybody. It's my own fault. I didn't tell anybody that I didn't want them to sleep, so that's my bad. Oh man, talk about pain. That was a pain. Right, I think I've got them in there. So that's a start. Now I need to just break that block. But before I do that, I need to stick down a bit of water here. Goes in. Okay. Break this block and break the block over there. Fisherman, everybody's frightened. Should get golems. That block back again. I don't know whether I can jump while I'm in water, actually. Might be a bit... Might have to drop down. I might have to drop down and come back up again, because I don't think I can make it over there. They're going to have to sleep and work and everything else. So let me just drop down here and jump back up the other side. Right, so now when they've all slept tonight, because they've not slept in those beds, and they've probably not slept at all. As soon as they've slept in there, they've worked. We should start getting golems from that pod as well. And that pod there has produced already in just a night. It's only been a night because we're in the spawn chunks and it's constantly loaded. It's already produced over a double chest full of iron. And that's just with one pod. And the plan was to have 4 pods per level and have 6 levels. Don't think I'm going to need that many. So we're just going to stand here a little bit while it's raining, and in the rain. No point in letting those guys out until it's dark, because if you do, they're just going to wander around and probably push each other off the edge. But when it's dark, they should try and path towards a bed, which is my thinking. Anyway, the alphas have been really helpful and not sleeping, so thank you for that. And hopefully it won't take me too much longer to get these guys in the pods. Back in a minute. Okay, after about, it took me about an hour actually to get it done. But after about an hour, I've got all of the villagers into the pods. I've got all of the centre blocks that I was using to move the villagers about. They've all been taken down. And now this thing is spawning golems on each platform about every 40 seconds, which is exactly what I expected it to do. Unfortunately, the platform over there is slightly too far away. The render distance is not quite long enough, so you just can't quite see the golems spawning on there. But every so often you'll see them appear. There they are. There's one down the bottom there. So they're appearing. They're falling down before we can see them. But this is as regular as clockwork. I am really going to have to start working on the storage down the bottom, because these guys are spawning. And like I said, there's only 4 pods. The plan was to have another 4 above this and then another 4 above that. In the original Iron Alpha, there were 72 villagers. And that was my plan, was to have 72 villagers. So there are 12, is it 12? 3, 6, 9, it is 12. Crikey, throws your maths is terrible. So there were 12 on each layer. So I was going to have 6 layers going all the way up. But I'm not going to need anywhere near that many. I think another layer on top of this. And we will, because it's in the spawn chunk and it's constantly loaded, we're going to have as much iron as we had from the Iron Alpha. So we're going to have to sort out the storage down the bottom. PDQ and start to make it look pretty. So I don't quite know what we've got planned for making this look pretty. Actually, I'm sure the alphas will come up with something that's got the similar sort of theme to the rest of this. So I'm not worried too much about it. I'll just leave that to somebody who's more artistic than I am. So we've got it working. It's working. The Iron Alpha 2 is up and running, and I, for one, I'm very, very pleased. So guys, if you want iron, come and get it. Ding, 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 ding. Come and get it. So now I have to decide what to do next. My next project, really, I suppose, is to start working back in the mansion. Now Smurfy, hopefully, has been working really hard trying to map his controller so he can start playing again, because his hand is still poorly. Bless his little cottons. So hopefully he'll be back soon enough, and we can start work on the farms and everything else associated with the woodland mansion. So I don't know whether to go back there now and start doing that on my own, whether to finish this off. I think I'll put another level on this actually, because I need to do something with those guys there above my head. I can't just leave them there like that. And let me know what you think about my new texture pack. I've been playing with the texture pack I downloaded the other day. So I've now got girly villagers as well as geezer villagers. So I quite like it. It makes me happy, and that's all that counts, I suppose. So I'll stick another level on this, and we'll stick a fork in it then and call it done. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so I've got the second level on. It's up there. in all of its splendour. And I've got the zombies in the pods. They're in each one of the pods. They got up the water elevator that's above my head now. There you go, head pointing. So now we're just going to get the villagers down here. I don't know why I'm doing that. Let me turn around. That must be really off-putting. I've got to get the villagers now that are in here up there. And I think we've counted them. I think we had 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Have I got? Oh, come on, fellas and ladies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That'll do. 12. I've got workstations already up there, but no beds. So hopefully, if I push 3 of these guys in there to start with. Come on, lady. You'll go first. Yeah, you look very pretty. Get in there. And you. You go as well then. And you. That's it. Good boy. Good duck. Right, I need to make my way back up the top again. Could have gone up there actually, couldn't have I? If I go up that way, then I ain't going to be able to shut the door behind me. Oh, they're already straight over there. That's brilliant, isn't it? Have you all gone through to the same one? Oh no, there's one over there. Okay. This might... Actually, let me go down and get them all sent up. This looks like it might be a little easier than I thought. Providing that we don't run out of time. But providing it's between 2,000 and 9,000 ticks. It might just work. Come on then, everybody. Come on, fella, get in. Whee! That's it, you as well. You know you want to. And you, mate. When you're the last one in here, you'll want to go. Oh, I had you then as well. Herding cats. Right, that's all of you. That's all of you. Right, go on then. Get yourself to a workstation. That's brilliant. Now we've got some glass to block you in. Get in there. Yeah, fabulous. That was really easy, wasn't it? I'll know better for next time. I can't get out there. You can't get out there. Don't look down, Frills. Do not look down. And you there. That's fantastic. Right, I'm going to stick a couple of beds down, but I don't have enough to do all of the beds yet. I'm going to have to go back downstairs and get some more, but at least it'll get me going. Go on. Go on. Oh, go on. Move. Move. Okay, don't move. Don't move. See if I care. You couldn't be in a better place, could you, mate? Stood right in the middle. Right, I need to whiz downstairs and get me some more beds. Oh yes. Oh, My ankles. Now hopefully it's getting dark, so these guys are going to start... Oh, you are sleeping already. If you move back a little bit, madam, just a little bit, you could get in a bed. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Come on, move, and you can have a bed. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Want a bed as well, do you, mate? Oh, wrong one. Oh, I've ruined it. I've ruined it. Better. Brilliant. So who's the last one? Who doesn't have a bed? Oh, it's you, isn't it? Missy. Because you wouldn't move. Don't make me whack you. Oh, no, you've moved. You've moved. Good girl. Good girl. Right. Block. A couple of blocks of glass. I need some fences up here. Fence, fence, fence. Fence, fence, fence. If you look down, these are one block further in than that spawning floor. And as I mentioned the other day, I've done that so that the golems falling off this platform don't land on that platform, because that would be bad. Do we have them? I can't remember whether they go in or out actually. Are they innies or outies? They're innies. Oh. Oh, strange. So if I break that bottom, might have to jump on there. Do that. If I break that bottom block and then replace it with a slab. Yeah, I know you're terrified now. I know you are. Sorry, mate. This is your life from now on, though. This is. Don't want to be hitting you there with golems spawning. No, wrong place. Better. Hello, mate. Hopefully you won't whack me. Are you going to whack me? I didn't mean to hit her. I didn't mean to. It was an accident. Honest. Are you trying to hit me? Are you trying to beat me up? Honestly, it was an accident. Could have happened to anybody. So that is another pod done. Now, at the moment, they're floating in midair. And I don't know whether that's going to bother me because of physics and everything. But, I mean, we all know physics doesn't work properly in Minecraft anyway, so it shouldn't really, should it? Look at that. Brilliant already. Right, so we've got to do the same with this guy. Why are you jumping out of bed, fella? Good reason. Ah! Sorry. Oh, you... Is that because you're trying to get me? Or because you're trying to get the golem? The zombie. Let me put some glass down there just to see if it's me that you're trying to beat up. Oh, that's really worrying now. Is it me? I think it's me, isn't it? I'm going to have to kill you. Oh, and I don't want to. Didn't want to do that. Oh well. These most when the devil rides. I'm a little bit worried now in case another one spawns while I'm messing about and he remembers. See if he remembers, he's not going to be happy. Ah! Don't beat me up, don't beat me up. Whoa, man, I did. I had a little kitten then. I had a nickel baby. Oh! Don't try and break blocks when you stood near a golem. And I broke my bed as well, which means I'm stuck in here. Ho ho ho! Well, I won't do that again in a hurry. Are you still going to be mad at me, though? Is my golem mad at me? You mad at me? Wow. Right, I need to get down there now onto that platform without dying. Pick up my gear. Okay, job done. Where's my hard hat though? Oh, I've lost my hard hat. Oh, there's some stuff down there as well. Oh, right. Here it is. There's my hard hat. Sorry, Wild. I thought I'd lost that then. And my face. And my blocks and my pick. And my boots and everything. Right. That was entertaining, wasn't it? Oh, look at them. Look at them. He's hanging on for grim death up there. Oh, he's bound to, isn't he? He's got a slab up there. Right, I've got to get at the top and I've got to move that slab and let the others out. If anything happens, I'll bring you back and show you me dying again. But if it doesn't, then all I'm going to do is go up here and finish off getting these platforms sorted out. So if I don't see you before, I'll see you when it's all up and running. Brilliant. So I've got all 4 of them in now. It's just fallen off actually. Ha! Got all 4 of them in now. I just need to finish off breaking the remainder of these blocks. So I'll finish this platform, get rid of this platform. I've got to drop down then and then drop into that pod there, the breeding area, and then fill this up with stone to get rid of the center platform because I don't need this anymore, the water bubble column elevator. I can then break that there, I can break all the scaffolding, break that scaffolding over there, and then I need to decide whether or not I want to put some kind of support between those floors. I think I do because that's just floating there, isn't it? Yeah, I think I do. But we've got a fully working Iron Alpha 2. Now I think this will do. I don't think I'm going to need... I mean, I literally, there were golems raining down. I don't really think I need to put 6 levels on this. So this has got 24 villagers. The Iron Alpha, the original Iron Alpha, used 72 villagers. We had 72 villagers. Well, we had 36 in one pod on the north, 36 on one pod on the south. We had 1 villager validating the doors at the east and 1 villager validating doors at the west. And then we had another villager in the minecart. So there were 75 villagers in total. And that made, or that produced about 2,500 iron ingots an hour. But it had to be built in a spawn chunk. If it was built anywhere else, it took 3 hours to or 2.5 hours to reset. This doesn't take that long at all. If you build it in a spawn chunk, it's continually primed. If you build it not in a spawn chunk, then the time on the server still goes by. The villagers need to have worked at a workstation within the past 24,000 ticks, and they need to have slept within the last 36,000 ticks. If the chunk is unloaded, the time still goes by. So if you come back to your chunk and it's been unloaded for 2 or 3 Minecraft days, the villagers won't have slept and they won't have worked at their workstations in the last 24 and 36,000 ticks. Therefore, it's going to take it a full day for it to prime itself again, because they have to work and they have to sleep, otherwise no golems will spawn. So if you build anything like this and it's not in a spawn chunk, then it, then it will take a Minecraft day to prime. But that's nowhere near as long as the 2.5 hours that the Iron Alpha 1 took to prime. So I'll do a little test now. Now it's all up and running. When I've got rid of that guy off the roof, I'll do a little test, find out how many iron ingots this makes in an hour with only 24 villagers. Admittedly, it takes a few more zombies. The Iron Alpha 1 didn't take any zombies. The Iron Alpha 2 takes 8 zombies. But they're easy enough to get up in an item elevator and a bubble column elevator. So brilliant. I'm going to knock all this down, do a bit of a test, get rid of that guy, and I'll be back in a minute. So I've finally done it. It's finally built. We've got all of the levels on it. I've got a bit of lighting up the top and on each platform. I've put a bit of support across the middle of top slabs, so they're spawn proof. I've also, you might be able to see it, I've put some covers over the top of the villager pods to lightning proof it. Now the Iron Alpha 1 was built in a desert, so I didn't have to worry about lightning, but this guy isn't. It's built in a plains. In fairness, I don't actually know what biome this is. Yeah, it's a plains biome, and it does thunder and lightning around here, and it is very, very frightening. Galileo, and I didn't want them to turn into witches, so I put a lightning shield just out of glass, 4 or 5 blocks above the platform where the villagers are. So if any lightning strikes that, it's going to be out of the range. The guys aren't going to turn into witches. But this is working an absolute charm. I've done a little test. I've run it for an hour, and this thing made just over 2,500 ingots, which is on par just about with the original Iron Alpha. If I were to put another layer on top of it, which I don't think I need, but it would be easy enough to do. If I stuck another layer on top of it, this would be much, much better. The footprint would be smaller and it would use less villagers than the original Iron Alpha. So I'm very, very pleased with it. I think it's turned out really nice. You're going to have to let me know in the comments what you think. Now, if anybody watched Smurfs, by the time this is out, I think this video's going to be out. This is going to be Tuesday when you're watching this. But at the weekend, myself and Smurf did a bit of work in the Woodland Mansion, and we found something really interesting. And I don't know whether it's a bug or a glitch or whether it's just worked as intended. I've got no idea. But Vex continually spawn when the evoker gets angry at you. It must be something. It must be a bug. It can't be. I mean, I've literally had 15 Vex chasing me today, and consequently my deaths have gone up from 5 from building this thing. I think I died 4 times building this thing. My heads are down there on the platform down there, up to 12. Myself and Smurf took an absolute pummeling. Anyway, if you watched this stream, you'll know all about that. If you didn't, you ought to go over and watch your streams. Man, what you're missing. So anyway, thank you very much, everybody. I really appreciate you joining me today, watching the video. If you have enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave it a like. And if you've really loved it, don't forget to subscribe for future videos. This is Frilioth, and I'm out of here.